On the program, we'd like to put the spotlight on the farm women's group, CommonGround.
CommonGround is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. Joining us today is Ruth Ready from the Scribner area. Always good to see you.
You bet. Great to see you too.
Yeah.
I'm wishing for summer too, so swimming pools sound really awesome.
Sounds great, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Well, we saw you yesterday in Columbus. Yes. CommonGround gathered there, and you guys learned about a lot of different things, didn't you?
Yes, we had people from 4 different segments of agriculture talking to us about common consumer concerns. And we hope to have some new people come into CommonGround because we are a volunteer. And so the more new people we can have, the more we can do.
Yeah, that's right. And I know another topic that you're here to talk about today is protecting the health of the soil. I know farmers are very interested in making sure the soil is good. What do you talk about when you're talking about protecting the soil?
Well, one of the things we need to do all the time is take soil samples. And so soon after harvest, we'll go out, take soil samples, or have a local vendor take soil samples for us, get the analysis, and find out what that soil is then needing for the following year. And one of the things we find out a lot about is the pH. And the pH is either the acidity or the alkalinity of that soil. You know, we're familiar with some common acids. Vinegar is an acid. Common alkaline or a base is baking soda, and so that's why when you put the two together they react and you get all this nice, you know, it's the basic science experiment to make the volcano sort of thing. But our pH in our soil is important so those crops can take up the nutrients that they need properly.
Okay. Well, I know you have some pictures to share today, right? One is of a truck, I believe, and we're talking about what consumers may have seen happening on the fields right now, right?
Right. Well, our first picture was of a pile of lime, and it looks like a big pile of gray dust. Essentially, it's pretty much what it is. It's and these are the trucks that they've got, and it can take a large load. It's a very dense material because it's calcium carbonate, which is kind of what's ground up limestone is a good comparison of what it really is, and it's spread on the ground to help raise the pH. Most of the pHs across Nebraska need to move closer to 7, which is neutral, and so we put that pH on there, that lime on there to get the pH up to that point, because most crops really like that neutral, about 7 pH.
That is really good to know. I've often seen these trucks out in the fields and it looks like they're spreading dust, and I've often wondered what they're doing.
Right.
Is it dangerous? Should consumers be worried about this lime on the fields?
No, calcium carbonate is a natural substance that occurs throughout the environment. Like I said, it's limestone. There are other liming materials that are also a derivative of soil and the minerals that exist in soil. So what we're doing is just using a soil that's more condensed and concentrated to help change the characteristics of our soil. And then it makes that nutrient uptake much more efficient, and so we use those nutrients. They don't then leach, they don't run off, because then that plant can use them. It makes them more available to the plant.
And then that helps the farmers down the road in terms of better production down the road too.
Right, more efficient, and it's all about being efficient, making safe, affordable food.
Okay.
All right.
Makes sense. Thank you, Ruth.
You bet, thank you.
And you're sticking around?
Yep, we're gonna do a little overnight oatmeal for those mornings when we can't cook.
All right, sounds good.
All right, that sounds great.